Let's go.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Fat Door Podcast. I am Andy Gunnin. With me, as always, Jody Cieutat, a.k.a. Midget Mafia OG, TikTok star. And we have a special guest today with us on the podcast, producer, comedian of Slapstick Comedy Club, Mr. David Kaye.
It is good to be here with you, my friends.
Thank you, sir. I'm glad to have you. Always we're glad to have a guest.
You usually guestless?
No, we have guests here and there. They tend to flake out, a lot of them, though.
Well, I was about to until I saw your text. I'm like, oh crap! I got to be on this thing at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I tried to send it to you yesterday when I was on the road driving up to St. Louis. I'm currently in St. Louis on my way to Iowa to do a show tonight. So, and I was
God
driving down the road.
Bless you, young man.
Yes, it was a last-minute show. Booker called me and said, "Hey, I had a guy drop off. Can you be in Iowa for a Thursday show?" I said, "Man, I got your back." So here I am.
Wow. So wait, let's calculate. Let's calculate the driving and the like Atlanta from Atlanta. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Atlanta? Let me get. Here, hold on. Yeah, let me get this out. Let me get this out. Okay. Holy shit. That is a wait, hold on. I got it. Ah. That's a long way. It's a long way.
Yeah. Long ways. Well, the good news is I have two other shows Friday and Saturday in Ohio. So I'm just going to cut across the top of the United States and hit Ohio.
Because Iowa is so close.
Yeah, it's so close. So close. Look, when I said I was going to take just about anything I can drive to this year, I meant it.
They both begin with a vowel, so that's good.
Close enough.
Yeah, those states, vowel states, so you're good.
Exactly. David, Mr. Kaye, Slapstick Comedy Club, tell us a little bit about you. Dude, you host some amazing shows up there in the Pittsburgh area and produce some shows. Thank you for having me on 3 of the shows out there.
Absolutely, my friend.
I had a great time. Tell us about your production company and what you're doing out there in Pittsburgh.
Oh, well, Slapsticks was my brainchild probably about year 2000. I came up with the name Slapsticks. Actually, it was an homage to a club in Baltimore called Slapsticks, but they had an X versus the CKS. But I went back to the original Slapsticks version. Oh, which I should here. Hold on. Give me a second. Oh, there he is. There's my posse there. Who is it? That's little baby Jesus. He's always along for the ride, right? So yeah,
right.
Sorry, LBJ, you're out of the loop. So slapsticks comes from the old slapstick term used by the Commedia dell'arte from the 14th century Renaissance when slapstick. Oh, Jesus Christ! rang my ear out. So the slapstick comes from the use of this little tool right here that they used to make the slapping sound with. So that's where slapstick comedy comes from. So that's where I came up with the name, because it was just it was, I liked it. That's all. What else can I say about it? So, and then I started doing gigs, producing gigs. And I had been doing that under the name Pittsburgh Comedy Network for a number of years. And then I went ahead and started producing shows under the Slapsticks name, and opened up a club in 2006, which was 3 years of high blood pressure, hair pulling, and gnashing of teeth. So I left that club in the dust and started going mobile. You need a little bit of Who background. Yeah, going mobile. Did that, and then I created what I call the Funny Fundraiser, which is really the money making arm of my company. So that's what we do. We do a lot of fundraising. Slapsticks Comedy Club as a way to get people to come out to the fundraisers, and that's what I do. So, and you've been to my club, so you know what we do. It's like I turn a hotel banquet room into what people would normally call a freaking comedy club. I mean, that's what it is. So.
And you do a great job at it. I mean, it's amazing your setup and how easy it is to put up and break down, and how good the sound and the lighting is. You know, that's one thing you and I talked about. It's like, just a little bit of extra lighting, a little bit of good sound, and you can actually put together a.
That's what it is. That's all it is. It's sound and lighting, and that's it. That's all it is, and a backdrop.
And you got and a backdrop, and a cool ass backdrop.
Yeah, and you know what? The great thing about the backdrop is. This particular one, and if you took pictures, if you have pictures or video from your shows, I mean, it looks like you're in a with the right lighting. It looks like you're at a club with a actual back wall that's brick. So.
Oh yeah, and like I told you when I was others, like it looks better than most clubs I've been to, and I prefer that. It looks, unfortunately, and no disrespect to any of the clubs. It's just. Sometimes you're like, I just like blown away. Like, and this is all mobile. This is all like tear down, put up. You can put it anywhere.
That's exactly right. So don't go taking my ideas, use.
I'm not. No, I told you I'm not producing shows. I'm on the road just trying to do shows.
God love you for that. Love your enthusiasm, young man. Look at you driving all the way from Iowa to Atlanta.
Yep. I'm a moron. I'm a moron.
God, that's
hey, it's a long way. I did a 9 hours yesterday, so I'm only about 3 hours south of where I've got to be tonight.
Sweet. Yeah, that's always good. That's always good. I took a gig one time in a town called Plattsburgh, New York, and. So it's from Pittsburgh. It's, I'm thinking, oh, New York. I mean, New York is like the state is only like 2.5 hours north of Pittsburgh, right? So back then it was maps alone. You don't really know how far you're going. You just say, okay, I'll look at that. And then, so I get into New York State and I'm like, Plattsburgh. I'm like, holy crap, that's up like Montreal. It's like right across the river from Montreal, Canada, which is like an 11-hour drive. So 9 hours in, I'm like sobbing. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm in it.
Right.
And the show sucked. The show sucked. The people sucked. Plattsburgh sucked. So suck it, Plattsburgh.
That's one thing I do love about David Kaye. He will not hold back on what his thought is, whether it's good or bad.
That's the way you need to be, though.
I'm only honest on podcasts.
Yeah, only honest on podcasts. Let me ask you a question. You posted something about you're working on. I don't know if you could talk a little bit about it, but you're looking at setting up a permanent club that I read, or you got some brainchild in the works?
Well, no, I've been looking for a place for a while now. I just can't find a place that suits everything, suits all of my needs.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't have like a large bankroll coming in behind me. So I have to find some place that is worth the effort, something that I'm not going to have to build from the ground up.
Right.
You know, you look. It's funny because you when you're talking to realtors and you're talking to brokers that are trying to offer you space, they give you like the shittiest dump you could imagine. You know, I got a guy. This guy says to me, he says, "Look, man, for 600,000, you can buy this property." I'm like, "Yeah, it's a dump. The property's a dump. Why would I buy that?" And it sits over top. It's on a flood. It's in a floodplain. You know, and it's funny because I'm looking at the building, at pictures of it, and all of the walls are like ripped down to the studs from like 4 feet down. So when you see a building that's 4 feet down, everything's it's just studs. That means that there was like waist high water in it about 2 hours before they took the pictures.
Right. Exactly.
Sorry,
I worked in restoration. I know those. I was the guy that tore that stuff down. I worked in restoration for about 10 years.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I sound like a downer. I'm trying.
No, no, it's not, because here's the thing. I mean,
look, man,
we lost.
Awesome. I love comedy. Don't get me wrong. I love.
No, we lost a lot of clubs in 2020, and not a lot of people are rebirthing clubs. Here and there, you'll see somebody trying to pop one up. So that's why I was asking that, because you've got such a great mobile thing going up there in Pittsburgh, with all this. And then when I saw that, I wanted to kind of pick your brain on it and just kind of ask that question out loud, because I saw that and I was like, oh, okay, that's great. Where did this come from, kind of thing.
Well, yeah, what I have now, my overhead is nominal. If I just move my stage where I want it. And that's the nice thing about it, is I can go wherever the call comes in for comedy. Somebody calls me up. I'm like, hello, yes, you need comedy? I'll be right there.
Yeah.
Comedy emergency.
Right, and you're not just a Joe Schmo comedian with one speaker in his hand and a microphone either. You're a whole shop deal, light, sound, production, the whole nine. I mean, it's really impressive.
Stop, you're embarrassing me. Andy, you're embarrassing me with all these compliments.
Look, I just want to be you when I grow up.
You want to have a phone this color? Is that what you want? You want a phone this color? That's what happens when you don't care anymore. Now, I'm colorblind, so I tell my wife this is white, and she's like, no, it's not white at all.
It's not white.
And I think it's white. I mean, to me, it's white.
Right. Now, when you and I were talking, you said to me, we're in a glove.
What color is that phone case?
That looks opaque or blue or seaweed green or something.
Yeah.
This isn't white.
What do you think, Jody?
Hard case. That's not.
I'm saying like a seafoam green.
There you go, seafoam. That was the word I was
Look
looking for.
at that. You guys know what color seafoam is. It's white to me.
He knows too much. He's got 2 million followers on TikTok. He has to stay in current, colors.
Are you serious? Jody, I can't believe. And you're producing the show? What the hell? Why are you in Andy's place?
Yeah, right.
I like the backseat approach.
The name of this podcast should be 2 million TikTok followers podcast, and that's that guy. That's what
Exactly.
Sorry. All right.
No, you're fine. I bring it up all the time. I mean, he keeps getting like 2.2, 2. Where are we at now, Jody? 2.3, 2.3?
Almost 2.5.
2.5. Okay, sorry.
5 million followers on TikTok. You know what? I have so little time to try and make a video. It's ridiculous. And then people do these videos and they're like all over the place. Are you making coin on that? Are you making money with those kind of followers? Do they pay you for that or what?
We're making a little bit, not a whole. it's a give and take kind of thing. It comes and goes.
Well, you've gotten a lot of endorsement deals that
Yeah.
you've done a lot of commercials for. He's done
Yeah.
a lot of. I mean, you've done what? Name the ones. I mean, Morgan.
We've done Morgan & Morgan, Feet Finder, Pizza Hut, Verizon.
Get the hell out of here.
Okay, bye.
So wait a minute. So you've got all this. You've got all this. You've got all these corporate sponsors. Now this is what I would. This is me. This is what I would do. I would turn that into cash by personal appearances at all of their different places.
Yeah.
Is that
what I'm trying to talk him into? That's what I'm trying to talk him into. Personal appearances. Let's go do some live podcast or something.
Yes,
like that.
yes. Cameo. You could do cameo stuff.
He's like, how many cameos have you done? He was the #1 cameo guy for how long?
A couple months. We have done 1,956 cameos.
What? Let me figure that out. How much that is? What is that? 1,900? Jesus Christ Almighty! You know what? You make more on cameos than Andy drives in miles to Atlanta. From Atlanta.
That is correct. That is correct.
Iowa. My God, look at that.
Yes, correct. He's making more money than me on the road doing comedy everywhere. Trying to do he's making hand over fist.
God bless you. God bless you. And this is what you do.
And I put so much effort in it too.
You do.
Yeah, I put lots of effort.
Now, are you being facetious here, or are you being serious that you're doing it?
He's being facetious.
No effort at all. No effort at all.
No. I pick the camera up, I'll say something, I'll post it, and I walk away.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph. You hear that?
Meanwhile, I'm over here racking my brain. I'm spending half an hour on lighting. And I get not even 200 views.
You know what? I'll bet you if I would post this on TikTok, I'd say, hey, did you hear that? And I'd go like that. And then it'd probably get like 8 billion views. And I'd be like, ooh. But I don't have that kind of, I don't think that way. You know, I'm more linear. So that's good. That's good. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you, sir.
Now, what do you think about people booking comedians and entertainers off of TikTok, David? Have you encountered that?
I can't blame them. I don't blame a booker that's going to get somebody to come in and do a show that's going to sell out on a Tuesday night with somebody that's a TikTok or a YouTube star. It makes sense to me. I mean, I don't want to say I'm guilty of it, but I am. If I see somebody that can prove the numbers to me, how can you not put them in? You know?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, if their show sucks, well, then you don't do it again. But obviously, I mean, if I could get in and do something like that, I would absolutely take advantage of it. You know, I mean, now you look at guys like I just worked with Brad Upton not long ago. I don't know if do you know Brad Upton, Andy?
Yeah, I know who he is.
Very funny, long-time stand-up comedian. He was on his way. Kind of like into retirement, kind of settling into the whole thing of he had his time in the sun. Then all of a sudden, he got a dry bar special, and it went crazy. And now he tours all over the country, selling out shows Sunday through Saturday. Boom, every day. So, I worked with him. It was a Tuesday or a Wednesday night at the Improv, 360 seats sold out like that,
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, if you're getting the views, God bless you and take advantage of it while you can.
Yeah.
Right. Because there's a whole new path now with, social media. It's like, the gatekeepers are gone and now the world's wide open to everyone. So every comedian or performer.
Steve Hofstetter just recently moved here to Pittsburgh, and one of the things that he does is he does online shows, and he's got a great studio that it's got there are big TV screens in his or big projection screens in the studio that can hold 450 faces. And online, people that are watching his show via whatever platform he's using, whether it's Zoom or whatever. I mean, and there it is, these big screens, and then you've got some live people in the audience. I mean, and they're all paying,
And he's still doing that. He's still doing that.
Yes.
Online.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that kind of went away with
Why not do an online show to a global a global audience that could be watching you 22 hours in a different time, 22 hours away, or whatever it is, 12 hours away.
I mean, yeah, and during COVID, I got that, but I feel like most people want to be back in a club to an extent. Some people don't, and I think it's kind of split the audience. Some don't, some do, I guess.
Hey, look,
I'm more of a
comedy club in Sudan, Beb. There's no comedy club in Sudan
you
can go to right now. So if you're searching for comedy, or you're living in Syria and you're like, I need some humor, and then you find one online,
No, that makes sense. That makes sense over there. That makes sense over there. Yeah, 100%. I just didn't realize people were still doing. I mean, I see people doing I had a writing group that I've been a part of for like a year and a half, 2 years, almost 3 years. Good God. Where we get together and we write, but we got people from Canada, Great Britain, here, so you're trying your stuff back and forth still. So, that doesn't work over here. And the Canadians go, what? I don't understand that.
Right. Well, it works. It works. Let's say you live in a small town in Iowa and you can't really get to a comedy club.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You can't get to it. Apparently, yeah. And I might not be able to get to it.
I'm looking over here at you folks in my monitor now. My monitor is over here. I'm not looking, so I'm looking at there. So I'm talking to you, Iowa.
Talking to you, Iowa.
Yeah, I say whatever way gets you famous, get there,
Yeah.
Right.
I've been trying to think, I've been trying of different ways of my own, I mean, and maybe I can't, maybe I'm not such a big picture thinker. Maybe that's what the problem is. You got to be a big picture thinker. So,
right.
Well, you got to be a big picture thinker, but you also got to sit back and think of the small stuff. What's that small stuff that's going to get the attention?
Well, yeah, I mean, and you're a perfect example. The small stuff that gets the attention. See that? Look, am I subtle? Am I too subtle?
Yeah, too subtle. Well, no, I mean, well, Jody got pissed off at the movie industry is what it is. He's like, watch this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get one thing that hits, and then that's it. And once you got that hook, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. I'm going to have to go look you up on TikTok. Although I don't have now. Andy, do you have TikTok on your phone?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
All right. And then so what do you put, like a 5 second, 10-second little clip up there, and then
I do different things because I'll have some stuff that works and then some stuff that doesn't. And plus I got flagged a bunch of times doing stuff, So I just do little quick videos. Sometimes I'll put a little snippet of my stand-up, and it varies. Sometimes you'll go 15,000, 30,000 views, and then sometimes it's like 200.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, my God Almighty! It's like you just don't know. You just keep throwing darts at it.
Well, masturbating online on TikTok is probably going to get you flagged, so stop doing that.
Yeah. Yes. It is. Yes.
I don't know.
What's weird is they flagged my comedy videos, so apparently my comedy videos suck.
Yeah.
So they flagged your comedy videos? Wow. They're like, this isn't funny at all. We're flagging
every one of them. Everyone
funniness. Completely unfunny. measure that.
It's absolutely, you know, I think I've been at 19,000 followers for like 3 years because I keep getting flagged.
It's when they start going down. It's down to like
Right.
18.5 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guy's getting old.
And Jody just goes out there with his chickens and his donkeys and his farm, and then he's got 1 million people.
Oh, wait.
But even with that, our views, and it's across the board with a bunch of people, views are down.
Wait a minute. You own a farm?
Well, we got animals. I don't know if it's necessarily a farm.
It's a farm.
Well, if
You have acquired a farm.
animals, I'd call it a farm.
Well, it's a private farm. Okay, there you go.
It's not a zoo. You don't have a zoo.
No, I don't have no lions and tigers.
No, we're not doing Tiger King. We're not
Yeah.
doing.
No.
You see what happens to that guy. You see what happens
Yeah.
to tiger owners.
Yeah.
Yeah, they end up in the Atlanta penitentiary.
Is that the AP? We call that the AP.
Yeah. Yeah. I keep trying to get on the list to go visiting.
That's not where he is he? He's not there.
Yeah, he's in Atlanta.
Yeah.
They moved
Oh,
him
get
to
the hell
Atlanta.
out. I didn't realize it. I did not
Yeah.
realize that he's in
Yeah, they moved him a couple of months ago, and I found out, and I tried to get on the list. I go, he doesn't know you, and I'm like, God dang it.
And that's a federal pen. That's a federal pen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's him. Yeah, that's where Al Capone was held, and yeah, the big boy,
Yep.
the big boy.
So what else is going on? So what else do we talk about? Is this
Well, we talk a lot about different things. You know, we're just about to go down into, now that we've covered the comedy and what you do, we kind of cover, you know, what's going on in the world, what's funny, ridiculous, and stupid.
Oh,
You know, that kind of stuff. We don't try to get too political. We just try to talk about the funny and the ridiculous and everything.
okay.
So, and you know, and that's about pretty much where we go. So now, I don't know if y'all saw this. You know, of course, everybody's been on the trainee beers and the Bud Light for a while. Now, you know, Miller Lite came out with that Luke Combs beer. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that they came out with a Luke Combs that says "Cold beer never broke my heart," which is a thing from one of his songs. So now we have a fake dude, a fake chick on a Bud Light, and we've got a fake country singer on a Miller Lite.
Yeah,
Can we get any more?
They also have now. I've been watching this. There's a video out. It's called Ultra Right Beer, and it's
Yeah, I saw something about that.
and I was watching. They have a video, and I swear to you, they go ahead and they're in production and shipping beer out to 42 states now. And I'm like, is this really a parody or is this a real thing? So it's hard for me to tell. Because they're asking you for all your information when you go on to their advertisement, and I'm
Right.
like, I'm not going to do that because then I'll probably get all kinds of political donor asks, you know, in
Right,
texts.
right.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not
Give
going to
us
give them
money.
any information, but I swear to God, the commercial it's this guy, and he comes out of the bathroom, comes out of a restroom, and he's like dressed like he's playing softball, you know?
Right.
And he's like, you know, some beers don't even know which bathroom to use. And, you know, I mean, and he goes on and like, get ultra beer, get the Ultra Right beer.
I gotta look the commercial up.
Yeah,
I haven't seen the commercial.
You got to look it up. It's really ridiculous. And it's like, yeah, and the guy, you know, the guy that plays it, he reminds me of, if you ever watched Married with Children, he reminds me of Marcy Darcy's husband. I think his name was Steve.
Yes, correct.
And he looks like that actor. I mean, it's not him, obviously, but he looks a lot like that actor. That same tall. Right. He's got the dark hair and like the thin bone structure, and he looks like, you know, a ultra right dad is really what he looks like. So
right. That's funny. Yeah, I know. I saw the post, a news article post this morning, quick about it. I saw the can, and I saw the little write up about it. I was like, here we go. I was like, hey, you know, if they're going to try to cash in, I guess try to cash in. I guess I you know, it doesn't surprise me. doesn't surprise me at all. You know.
Well, I saw Sarah Huckabee Sanders and that governor from Alabama, that Ivy chick. Chick. She's no chick, some old broad.
Yeah.
And they have beer koozies out. They're called Ultra Right Women, or Real Women. That's what it's called. It's like Real Women beer koozies, right?
Right.
And I was calling it Far Right Light. And that's what I called it. I was calling the beer, I was calling it Far Right Light. And their motto is hate based, less willing. Hate based, less willing. So, but you know what? There was another beer story in the news. Did you see that Miller High Life? Some guy in in Belgium, or the guy was from Germany. But the beer, he shipped 2,300 cans of Miller High Life beer to Europe, and they confiscated his beer in Antwerp, where it came in to port, and they destroyed all of the beer because it has champagne of beers is listed as their their little catchphrase.
Yeah, it's been that way for years.
And in Europe, you can't use any. There's only one thing that can be labeled champagne, and that's a sparkling wine from the village of Champagne in France.
Oh.
So they destroyed all of his beer cans, and he didn't protest after he drank one.
Miller High Life.
Miller High Life, the champagne of beer. I mean, if they can call themselves the champagne of beer, Spam can call itself the prime rib of canned meat. That's how
yes, it can.
It is.
100%. Boneless ribeye.
Look at that. I threw in a joke. I threw in a new joke.
There you go. You wrote a joke right there on the spot.
Boom.
Bam. Bam. And I love Spam. I hate Miller High Life, but I love Spam.
He likes it. He likes it.
I hate Miller High Life.
I don't know anybody that ever drank it.
I drank it because it was in my ex-father-in-law's refrigerator in his garage. He was like, "Have some beers," and I was like, "This is like." He goes, "I used to like it when I was a teenager, and I drank 4 of them." And I go, "Yeah, yeah, let's leave that in the past."
Miller High Life. Ugh.
It was all you had, and I was like, "I'm not going to the store," and I powered through it. Yeah, that was a headache in a bottle. Is what it was. I was like, "I'm never drinking this again."
All right, so those are a couple of crazy, weird beer stories.
Yeah, it's just insanity. It's crazy.
And it is the fact of how far do you go with this crap? I mean, do you just keep on?
I don't know. It's got to hit a wall at some point. As like David was saying, he doesn't know if it's a parody or not. And I'm kind of laughing because it's like I see it as a parody. I just see it as
I see it as a parody, but I also see it as there's people out there seriously believing it. And like now, right. Maybelline is coming under fire because they are doing a promotion with this Dylan Mulvaney, because with makeup. And so, like, how far? Yeah. What are you going to boycott? I mean, how much are you going to boycott?
Right.
Yeah.
How much can you? Because these companies are so big and have so much reach. It's like you can't go that far outside without just stopping drinking beer or just stopping whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what you can boycott. Like Disney World. Who's going to boycott Disney World because their stand with against Rick DeSantis in Florida.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I mean, there's been several times people are like, "Oh, let's boycott Disney for this and that." I'm like, they're still big. There's people are still going. People are like, their kids still want to go. They're still going to go.
They're too big to boycott.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, they're just huge. They're in everything. They're into everything.
Who's going to stop eating pizza?
Right.
Yeah.
It's absolutely. I just sit back and laugh at it.
At some point, it's going to stop.
Oh, it's going to stop.
Yeah.
It's just, it just gets to where it's ridiculous and people get tired of it and go, okay, and then on and the next thing.
Yeah.
It's like,
Time to move on.
They'll boycott Bud Light till it's the only beer at the party, and they're like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't have any Coors? No Coors? No. Bud Light. Fuck. Give me one.
Give me a tranny. Give me another tranny beer. That's what I did. I went into Longhorn right when that happened. Easter Sunday, all the bars were closed. Me and my buddies went to have a couple of beers, and I was out longer. I was like, "Give me one of those tranny beers." The guy goes, "Well, I want a tranny. Give me a tranny." He's like, "You can't say that." I was like, "Yes, I can."
Did he say tranny beer? Is that what he said?
Yeah. I just laughed. I just started making it. We were just laughing about it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well,
It's
the thing is they want the attention, but they don't want the attention.
Funny.
When you say they want, who wants the attention?
Just anybody with a certain agenda. Anybody's agenda, they want the attention, but then they don't want the attention.
Yeah, that's right. They
Yeah.
want the attention, but they don't want any consequence that comes from the attention.
It's like a heckler in the crowd. They want the attention, but they don't want what's about to come out of the comedian's mouth when they come after them.
Yeah.
It's just like a podcast.
Right. It's just like a podcast. Nobody wants it, but we're here, and you're not going to like what you get. You're not going to like any of it. But you're going to listen because you can't listen to anything else.
Last year, I posted something on Facebook. I said I have to admit that I don't have a podcast, and somebody said you should have a podcast called I Don't Have.
I don't have
a. And I'm like, that would be a good idea. Now I have to. Okay, so I'm going to start my own podcast. It's called the I Don't Have a Podcast. So I don't have a. And so everything that I'm going to talk about on the podcast was things I don't have. So, but
that's a great idea.
It's too much work for me. It's too much work. I gotta set shit up. You know how long it took me to get this room to look like it is now? Jesus.
Dude, once you've got it set up, now you just leave it the way it is.
Yeah.
You just leave it.
One and done.
I got shit to do.
I'm in the corner of a hotel room.
Yeah, where are you? You're in the corner. You're in the bathroom of the hotel room?
Yeah, I'm in the corner bathroom of a hotel room in a casino.
I got to tell you that the drapes don't match the drapes don't match your shower curtain doesn't match the rest of the decor.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I don't know who decorated it, but they were definitely not.
Somebody was in there recently. They killed somebody and tore down the shower curtain and wrapped their body up in it. That's what happened.
This reminds me of like a bar, like in the 70s, where the mob hung out and people got whacked. This is where people. They went in and never came out.
Yeah, when you have wood paneling in the bathroom, it's old.
Yeah.
You need to start looking around for trap doors.
There were some noises and things happening in this room last night. I don't even want to talk about it. It was actually weird. It woke me up like 4 in the
room
morning.
next door?
No, just in my room. It was crazy. I think somebody broke in. I think somebody broke in.
You know what? One of my favorite things about staying in a hotel room is hearing people in the room next door having sex or trying to figure out which room it is that's having sex.
Right.
I love sitting in the room going, uh-oh. Do you ever do that? You ever put your...
No, apparently nobody has sex around me when I'm in a hotel room.
What's that?
Nobody has sex around me when I'm in a hotel room.
Oh, really? They just know that you're in the... Oh, come on. You've had to have been in a hotel room where you could hear people having sex in the room.
I wish I could say that, but I have not been in a hotel room where you can hear someone having sex. I pray for that.
Oh, well, you haven't been in you haven't been doing road work long enough. It'll be.
Yeah.
I anytime I'm on the road and I hear sex in the other room, I take a cup. I'm like right up against the wall. I'm like, I want to hear the breathing. I want to hear everything. I want to hear the sheets rustle.
No, only thing I encounter is people running up and down the hallway, like sprinting, racing. I don't know what the deal is with that. I don't understand that. Why all of a sudden at 2 a.m. we want to sprint down the hallway?
Or kids jumping off the bed.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
man, I've heard sex numerous times out on the road all the time. Anytime well, maybe it's because I just walk down the hall and find a room and then I put my ear up there. I think that room. Oh, dude, you know what I did? Oh my God, I can't believe I did this. I was in a hotel room. I was in a hotel. I can't remember what town it was, just recently. And it's about 2 o'clock in the morning, and some knucklehead down the hall starts playing some, like they're playing loud music, like they're in the disco. Do you say disco? They're in the club, and it's like boom, 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 boom. And I'm like laying there, and it's going on for a couple songs, and this is what I did. This is where I'm at in my life, where I don't care anymore. I got out of my bed naked. I walked over, I opened up the door of my room and screamed out into a hallway at the loudest, most insane way. I screamed, "Turn the music off, And they turned it off. And they turned it off. It was so, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe I did it in the first place. And then I laid back in bed. I'm like, I'm crazy. I am insane.
You could have got shot.
Yeah.
I could have gotten shot. Yeah. Well, I mean, they would have seen, if they would have been in the hall and I opened up because I didn't care. I had nothing on. I just opened up the door and just screamed it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then that's the I have been where people play music, can't sleep, that kind of stuff. That's why I turned my wife's Buick into a rolling hotel room. So I sleep in that half the time.
What kind of Buick is it?
It's a Buick Enclave. It's got 3 rows, dude. It's awesome. I can put a twin air mattress in it, have my sound equipment on the left side with my merch bag, and I fit perfectly in it. So comfortable. So comfortable. I can drive till 12:31 in the morning, pull into a Love's gas station. I pop up the little sun shield on the front, pop in the back, turn my little fan on. I take a nap 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours, wake up, and just keep on moving.
You know who else does that? Serial killers.
Yeah. At 12:31 o'clock in the morning, checking in a hotel is a nightmare. It's a nightmare because you've got some knucklehead who doesn't want to be there. Mentally, they don't need to be there. They're exhausted. They don't care about you. They're just there because they need a warm body behind the counter. And then you're trying to find you, then you're trying to get in, and there's always a problem. Then you get into your room, then you put your stuff down. Now it's like, now you're awake. You got to wind back down, and then you're only there 4 or 5 hours because you got to keep moving. And it's like, why waste the money and the time?
You're right. That's right. I get it. Just like a serial killer, you're really getting into that mood. You're getting right into it.
You gotta kill. You gotta kill
the person at the counter.
The difference is I'm just bombing in a town and moving, bomb and move, bomb and move. So they can't find you. Bomb, sell some t-shirts, move.
Just eating it on stage and then getting out of town.
Exactly. As fast as I can.
Duck and weave, babe. Duck and weave.
Duck and weave. That's good. That is it. Jody, weirdest thing we've had so far on a Cameo since we last talked about it. What's the weirdest thing we've had so far? We haven't talked about it in a while.
Weirdest thing for Cameo lately. Oh man, there's been a bunch of weird crap.
Well, rattle them
Bunch
off.
Uh,
Oh,
I gave bosses their resignation letters.
what? Oh, did you?
Yeah, people wanting me to, hey, go tell my boss to go screw off. I quit.
Really?
Yeah, those are fun. Cause I just let it out.
What did you? Okay. Without telling the details of who and where, but what did you have to say, or what did they want you to say? Just f off, or what?
Yeah, pretty much just, this job's been a royal pain in my ass. I'm tired of it. Fuck you. Have a nice day.
Wow.
Hey, if they're paying, that's fine.
People in this country don't care about burning bridges anymore. They just say
No.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
They never want to work in that field again, or
Yeah.
any field.
Yeah.
Right.
Be working in your field, working in it, working with one of your animals in those fields. That's about
Yeah. No, people ain't got no respect or morals anymore.
Yeah.
No, I think, I mean, obviously, anything else now that's crazy. I would never do that, because then now you have that on tape. Now they have that's going to live forever, no matter where it goes.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what HR and the.
Then I had another one that it was the birthday. The dude was 60 years old. Roast him on being old. So I just roasted the dude. Then I get a message on Instagram. Hey, can you please remove that? That was for me and I'm only 12. Like, oh, okay.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Somebody ordered a cameo for this kid, pretending that he was older and for me to roast him.
Huh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna start screening better. You're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah. I have had to cancel probably about 140 of them. I've canceled.
Yeah, you told me you were denying some of the things
Yeah.
they were at. Like,
Yeah.
what were they? What was like one of the weirdest things you denied that you had to cancel? You're like, I'm not doing that.
One was tell my boyfriend that I love him with your shirt and pants off and shake around and dance.
Oh, with your shirt and pants off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. That's a special members only. That's a fans only.
Yeah. That's an OnlyFans.
That's an OnlyFans video, is what that is.
Yeah, that's a $999 membership.
Yeah.
People love weird shit, man. Fetishes are odd.
Yeah, and
Yes.
now the gates are off. Everybody's allowed to let their freak flag fly.
Feet Finder.
What's that?
I said Feet Finder.
Yeah, Feet Finder. That one blew my mind.
Yeah.
That's just still to this day blows my mind. Have you done any more with Feet Finder?
They have paused all their stuff for right now. It's supposed to start back up in June.
Is that the feet season? I guess summer's coming around.
I guess summer's the feet season.
It's not going to be, dude, it's cold as hell. It is cold. It's April 27th, and I'm wearing sweat shirts and sweatpants when I left Georgia, and it's even colder up here in St. Louis.
Yeah.
In Iowa. Like,
I had to turn the heater on when I got here.
I'll turn the heater on 3 times in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And that never happens in Georgia in April. Never.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the ice age. It's not global warming. It's the ice age. What's that?
Well, I'm in Pennsylvania, and I got to say this. Pittsburgh, our area is protected pretty much. We don't get any crazy weather. We don't get tornadoes, hurricanes, downpours, what are those atmospheric rivers? We get none of that shit It's just I was thinking about that today as I was coming into my office. I'm like, you know what I like about living here is it's easy. You know, I never have to worry about things being like, like a roller coaster. And but even in Atlanta, I mean, Jesus, you guys get like 105 degrees in the summertime, don't you?
Yeah, it gets to Satan's butthole really quick, really for a long time. I mean, we've worn shorts and t-shirts into December, and that's why I was saying normally I am in we built a pool a couple of years ago, and normally I've already jumped in the pool and swam or whatever.
Yeah.
My pool is cold as all heck get out. Like I was wearing sweatpants and sweatshirts when I left yesterday. Like it was that cold. Like it's like not. It's abnormally weird for the time of year. But yeah, it gets to 105, and then you got 90% humidity choking your face down. Suppressing.
We got none of that. We got none of that here. It's usually pretty comfortable.
Right. The weather is. I haven't been up there in the summer, but it was nice when I was up there. So it was nice weather when I was up there.
All right. So this podcast has deteriorated to talking about weather. Is that where we're going with this?
No, we're right. We're landing it. I got to get out of here anyway. I've got to get out of this hotel room. I've already had 4 knocks on the door. It's like, get the hell out. Your podcast sucks.
You didn't ask for a late wake up. You didn't ask for a late checkout. That's what your problem is.
Oh, they told me I couldn't. They're like, no late checkout.
They're like, screw you, man.
Yeah, it's a Thursday. We're beside a casino. We need the rooms for the drunk.
Wow, you could have been doing this podcast from the back of a Buick.
I was about to, and I should have. It'd been a lot more interesting. But it was, it was nice when I walked in and there was 2 guys at 4:00, so hammered they couldn't walk and talk. I was like, oh, this is a good time.
Really? Class A joint you're at.
Yeah.
Yes, Class A joint right here in St. Louis beside the Arctic. Jody, you got anything coming up?
I don't. My wife has been halted.
Nothing.
Your wife has been halted? Why?
My wife has been halted. Nothing, just everything's kind of dried up a little bit. Got to work new deals out.
Gotcha.
2 million, but you got 2 million followers on TikTok. God damn it!
Who are you telling?
You know what I have? I have 23 followers on Twitter. That's it. 23.
Oh wow!
And like one, I know one's my wife, so I really got 22.
There you go. I had 180 till the bots went away.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm down.
Bots to go away. If I get rid of my bots, I'll be down to like 4.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I went from 180 to almost nothing. I was like, yeah, they're all bots.
Wow.
David, what you got coming up with Slapstick Productions or yourself? What's going on with you?
Well, this weekend is packed full again. I got my regular comedy club on Friday night down in Uniontown, which you were just at recently. I got that coming up with my boy Brent Terhune is going to be there. Then I've got several fundraisers through the weekend. And then let's see, May packed full with weekend shows and some Sunday shows. So that's kind of odd. And then June is filled through the middle of June. You can go to slapsticksproductions.com to find out anything there or see my personal website, David Kaye, and that's KAYE .biz, as in BIZ. So that's what's going on there. So that's what I've got going.
A lot of stuff. Check him out if you're in the Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh area. How far out of Pittsburgh do you go to do shows, to produce shows?
Oh, I go all over the place. I go as far as like Philly. I'd have a radius out there with all my comedy shows. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know where your circle went. You're pretty centrally located to the upper northeast. I didn't know how far out you actually went.
Yeah, it's about a 5-hour radius.
Okay.
So yeah. Yeah, as long as I don't have to stop on the way and then go the next day, that's pretty much where I go to. So
Gotcha. Unlike myself, so.
Well, you're young, man. You're just getting your tootsies wet in this biz, brother. So
Yeah, I am. You can check out all my stuff, AndyGunnin.com, or go to my Facebook. I'm in Iowa, then Ohio, and then back in Ohio, and Arizona coming up. I'm everywhere. It's absolutely insanity.
It's good though.
That's what you got to do, though. You know what? You got to find out if everybody throughout if your humor is universal, you got to go around. You got to go around and find out.
Yeah.
You know, because if you're doing
that was the whole goal. That was the whole goal for this year.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the way to do it.
Figured out what's funny, what's not. Bomb, get in the car, run. Bomb, get in the car. It's called a bomb run. I think that's it for us here on the podcast. Thank you, Mr. David Kaye, for coming on.
Yes, sir.
You are very welcome. It's great to see you. Nice to meet you, Jody. Thanks for all the. I'm gonna have to watch TikTok now. I gotta go.
Midget Mafia OG.
All right.
That's how you find it. There's a million fakes, but there's only one original Midget Mafia OG. How many fakes? We got like 20 fakes now? You got like.
Oh no, there's hundreds.
There's hundreds now. Okay.
There's hundreds.
Out. That is awesome. It's the best form of flattery, is what it is.
Yeah. It is.
It is. All right, I got to get out of here. I got to get out of this hotel and get the road. You guys have a good week. Next week, Neil Rubenstein will be on the show. We got another guest. Hey, we're two guests back to back. Neil's an awesome guy, funny guy, so we're excited to have him next week. Thank you, David Kaye. Go to Slapstick Productions. Go to davidkaye.biz, and we will talk with you later. We appreciate you listening. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and 17 other platforms. Give us a 5-star review or just tell us we suck. We don't care. Other than that, see ya.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you. Appreciate you, buddy.